The league is a marathon, not a sprint, but the Steelers are already feeling the heat. 2 home defeats out of 3 means that the Steelers aren't front runners right now. They won't drop completely out if they lose here, but they won't be well placed in the title hunt either. Cardiff have been at least podium finishers in the last 5 seasons, but they lost their last league game at home as well. Both of these teams are eager for 2 points tonight. During the week, Martin St-Pierre left and Lucas Sandstrom picked up the baton. Dowd, Connolly and Valorand are back together on the top line, and Thomas Duba starts in goal. And the Steelers break out of the defensive zone but can't get further than the red line. That's good defensive work from Marjamaki. We highlighted him before the game. One of the new Devils. Of course, they're also missing 2 of their summer signings. No Blair Riley, no Mike McNamee. As Fournier fights his way through and there's a collision and the net is dislodged. And for a netminder, always a scary sight to see a number of players barreling through onto you like that one.
Yeah, no, it's not great, but looks like Duba shook it off quite well, but looks like someone's down here. Lewing looks like he might be down.
Davies tracking Fournier all the way. He's hanging his right arm down. That's not normally the greatest of signs, but we'll keep our fingers crossed for Jonas leaving. And the last thing the Steelers need right now is any more defensive issues. Trying the backhand wraparound, and Duba was there, and they're trying to shove Duba across the line, but he's held strong and kept the puck in the blue paint and not across the red line. Sointu was digging at it after Langley tried the wraparound behind the back of the net.
Just stretches that right leg out. Beautifully done, really good save.
It was there to be poked at, and Sointu got to stick to it. Steelers pick it back up on the near side boards. Betauer sends it in. Wasn't on target, but Bounds helped it on its way anyway. Davis gets it back from Melland, fakes the shot. He does try and centre it. It bounces back to Davis, who takes the shot on, and Bounds saw it come out of his glove, but he's very quick to spot the puck and cover up. In and out of the glove, but very good puck awareness. See that puck spinning and fluttering. He was there before the Steelers players were able to get on the scene. The Steelers protect the puck well, and they'll bounce it out of the zone, and Valorand will spring forward. 5-on-5, and Valorand checks his options. Inside, Betauer's forward and bounds off the blocker. And the puck goes up and out of play, and the Steelers, having absorbed pressure at one end, get back to 5 skaters and immediately draw another good stop out of bounds.
That's a great opportunity there, and Bounds is up to the task.
Scramble for possession in the near side. It's the Devils who win out. Lewis. His teammates knew where that puck was going. Well, that's a really awkward looking collision that Marjamaki comes out of the best. And then plays a good pass inside. There's a backhand shot on Duba. Then another one, and it's in. Second bite of the cherry, and the Devils get it done. And they do have the opener here. Duba with the first shot, save from Batch. But then the follow-up from Haddad sneaks through, and it's the Devils who have the lead. Even strength goal at 28-36. And here's Pope, sends it in, off the blocker.
Wow,
Duba's made an incredible
save.
recovery save. He's produced the save of the night so far from a Sheffield perspective.
Absolutely extraordinary. Full splits.
5 off, 5 on. Long pass forward, lovely from Lemchigov. Oh, Lemchigov, saved by Bounds. Follow-up chance from Armstrong is saved. Steelers want a penalty, they're going to get one. Oh, they're going to call both. They're going to say that there's an embellishment. Well, the Steelers do get the penalty for holding, but they'll also give the Devils a penalty on an embellishment as well. Marjamaki's going to the box. That was the great stick handling from Lemchigov just before, and the equally good stop from Bounds. Does he need to flick his left leg out? Well, that's what the officials will say. The home crowd certainly has their opinion as well, but it is a Devils power play. Langley left the puck behind and allowed Connolly to get a little bit of a check-in. Oh, and pinched away! Valorand has taken it from Fournier! Valorand, what a finish that is! There's your play of the week! Marco Valorand short-handed! Took the puck himself, resisted the attentions of Fournier, furiously trying to get back, and beat GB's #1 with a wonderful finish.
The amount of times I've seen him come down on a breakaway in practice, that's never someone that you want coming down on you, especially with a shot and his hands. It's unbelievable.
Short-handed goal at 35-29. So the Steelers will only get 32 seconds of power play once the 4-on-4 time expires. The Devils will have to do without Stephen Dixon for more than half of this final period. Meanwhile, here comes Martin 4-on-4. Haddad. What a combination they've been for the Devils over the years. Shot comes through, and it's found its way in! Duba thought he was interfered with. He looks at the official, and we will get a replay. The Devils think they've scored, but the officials aren't quite sure just yet. It's Reddick with the shot.
Is it a high stick is what I think they're going to be looking for. That's what Duba wanted.
And it looks like the officials have made up their mind. Is it 2-1 Devils? Yes, it is. The goal confirmed. Jardine has it. And the Devils are back in front. And that should just about do it. The penalty on Dixon will expire, but remember, it'll be Pope who leaves the box, because Dixon has still got another 10 minutes to serve for his check to the head. So that will start now. And we're back to 5-on-5 as Langley carries forward, and he does this so well. And he winds and shoots, and it's in and out of the glove of Duba. But it, fortunately for the Steelers, fell behind Sointu, who was up with the play. O'Connor to Eberle. Put by McMonagle, but Eberle keeps hold of it. Driving forward. Trying to get past Lewis. He does, but not past McMonagle. Puck kicked forward, but easy possession for Sheffield. Good pass from David Phillips to John Armstrong. Turns away from Lewis. Armstrong through into the crease, and the Steelers have levelled it. Shoved in on the backhand by Lemchigov. The Steelers have made it 2-2.
That's great composure by Army right there. Finds Nicky right in front, scoops it by right past Bounds' glove. And the crowd are loving it.
First Steelers goal in Elite League play for Nikolai Lemchigov. It's a game-tying goal. 43-15. Bounce pass off the board finds Valorand. Still with Valorand, he's tangled up with Batch. Valorand is down. And the Steelers have it. Connolly, Dowd, deflected, it's under Bounds, it's not whistled dead yet, now it is.
I don't think Bounds quite knew where that was.
Another face-off win for Cardiff. It's allowing them to build pressure. Saved by Duba, and he recovers to draw the puck back in and get it covered up. He was at full stretch on that initial stop.
Just gets it with the inside of the blocker there, and then really quite quickly to grab it up and get a nice little whistle.
That's a penalty. He's passed it back and Duba's picked it up. It's illegal equipment. The Steelers shouldn't have done that. Brocklehurst brought the stick out of the corner, and because he moved it, once Duba picks it up, that's illegal equipment. Brocklehurst looks bemused, but that's definitely what it is. Once he touches it, if Duba picks it up, it's going to be a penalty. Brocklehurst doesn't like it, and Dowd will argue his case. Fournier hammers it, it takes a deflection, it misses the goal by a long way. Pope picks it up. Back for Fournier, back for Pope. Devils bring it out front, they're looking for a shooting chance. They can't find one, they feed it in front to Haddad. It's deflected in the air, it's a real mess. Pope has it, he tries to feed it across. It's out for Fournier who shoots. And it's deflected away, and David Phillips gets his stick to it. The Steelers are desperate for a clearance here. 15 seconds left on the power play. And still the Devils press.
It's a great stick from David Phillips there.
Knocks the puck to the corner, but the danger is still there. It's been a relentless power play from Cardiff. Has it got a big finish? Yes, it has. The Steelers couldn't quite hang on. The shot from Fournier finds the corner, and with 6:21, the Devils lead for the third time tonight. It was a tip in front, it looks like, from Haddad. Langley fired it. And David Phillips hits the ice. He can't believe that the Devils have finally broken through.
Cardiff with an immense amount of pressure on that power play.
Trying to settle this puck down, and they can't. It's bouncing and bobbling, and Lemchigov's in a foot race with Marjamaki. Finn and the Russian both poke at it. Taken in by Eberle on the spin, that's wonderful. Eberle, oh, shot up high on bounds. May have been off the mask. And a chance for Aaron Fox to get the whiteboard out and draw up a game-tying play. Andrew Lord can also set out his defensive expectations. Devils have been so good in face-offs in this game. 16 seconds left in the game. Thomas Duba on the bench for the extra skater. And the Steelers win the draw. Valorant, great block, Bentavolio. The puck gets out of the zone. The Steelers, can they get it in for one last try? Bounds turns it aside. Lewis will just try and freeze it in the corner. The Steelers send it across. Valorant is wide as time expires. And the Devils have hung on for the narrowest of victories. They've squeezed home by 3-2. They have a road win in Sheffield. But it is a frustrating night for the Steelers, who might feel that their efforts have not been fully rewarded here tonight.
Aaron, such a close game, could have gone either way. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think, to be honest, I think that was probably one of the best 60 we've played this year. Obviously, Cardiff's a good hockey team, and they play a big physical game, North Hockey, and I thought we answered the bell tonight, and we didn't shoot ourselves in the foot like we had been. I felt like the result could have went the other way, but obviously, it's a results-based business here, and when you don't get the points, you're going to be disappointed. But I thought we got better tonight, and unfortunately, we lost Jonas Luving the first shift in. Aaron Brocklehurst is probably playing at 50 to 60% right now. I think we'll probably lose him for next weekend. I don't think we'll have him available to us, so we'll have to figure out how bad Yoni is and see what we're going to do from here.
First period, were you disappointed not to come in ahead, having had those 3 power play chances?
Yeah. I think the power play was probably the only thing that let us down a little bit tonight. But we actually didn't get another power play after the first, and Cardiff I think had 5 or 6 after the first period. So we killed a lot of penalties. We asked a lot out of our D tonight. We had 5 D after Yoni went down, and they all battled really hard. I thought we played a good hockey game, and the result probably should have been different or could have been different, that's for sure.
So not the whole weekend then, because the game in Manchester, obviously last night as well, a little different.
Yeah, disappointing. The results are obviously disappointing. I didn't hate our game in Manchester last night either, to be honest with you. I think we outshot them 60-27, something like that, and weren't rewarded. And their goalie stood on his head, and obviously we didn't make a couple saves that we probably needed to in that hockey game to keep us in it. And but that's part of the business here. We're 10 games in right now. 5-5 isn't where we wanted to be at this point, but when you've got 14 new players and you're still trying to figure out what kind of an identity we have in our room, I think tonight's game will go a long way in seeing what we're made of.
Quick word on Lucas Sandstrom and his home debut here.
Yeah, I thought he was pretty good. I thought he was better last night in Manchester, but you know, first night of a back-to-back and hadn't played a game in over 6 months, so you know, his legs might have been a little heavy tonight. We'll get him into this week of practice, and I like his game though. Plays a gritty game and plays north and can defend, so he'll help us.
Coach, just talk to us through that game from your perspective.
Yeah, I thought it was intense. I thought it was probably an exciting game in some ways, you know, right down to the wire. Obviously, there wasn't too much flow, especially in the third period. I thought might have been the longest period I've been involved with. It felt like, you know, every puck went over the glass. There were so many whistles with, you know, goalies covering pucks and whatnot, and there just wasn't much flow. You know, I thought the ice was a little bit choppy by the end of the night, but you know, real hard-fought game. I think, you know, Sheffield's got a ton of offensive firepower. Thought our PK was big tonight, and I thought just finding a way really is probably the best way to sum the game up from our side.
Is that something you've put a lot of emphasis on, that sort of penalty killing? There was a lot of block shots, a lot of bodies clearing out the Steelers' bodies from in front of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, it's your special teams. I'm sure every team focuses on them. We obviously do, and I think we have, you know, a number of where we have a great committed group here, and they buy in, and even you know, even some of our more highly skilled guys are committed on the PK there, and you know, I thought Bounds did a real solid performance as well, and overall it was a good job well done.
And a good 4-point weekend now. Hopefully, you can kickstart and get a bit of a run together.
Yeah, I think we've had a heck of a season so far between the CHL. Even the preseason was, you know, solid for the most part, and then you know, we just kind of hit a little bump in the road last weekend. It was big getting a couple bodies back this weekend. We're still down a few, but it was great getting Martin and Sointu back in, and you know, I really thought we played like a team tonight, and you know, on to next weekend, I guess.